It was a sunny afternoon in the village, and Leti had been playing outside all day. Her maroon dress with gold stripes was now covered in grass, leaves, and a bit of paint from her latest art adventure. Leo and Dylan laughed when they saw her. "Leti, you're a walking rainbow!" Leti giggled. "I think I need a bath." Grandma Shar appeared with a warm smile. "Let's get you cleaned up, sweetheart. Bath time is fun." Leti stepped into the cozy bathroom. The tub was filled with warm, bubbly water. Colorful toys floated: ducks, boats, and a big sponge shaped like a star. Leo and Dylan peeked in to help. "We'll teach you our bath song," said Leo. "First we wash our hands," sang Dylan. Leti splashed happily. "Wash, wash, wash. Now we wash our face," said Leo. Leti dipped a soft cloth in the bubbly water and gently wiped her cheeks. "Tickly bubbles." "Scrub-a-dub-dub, time for arms and belly," sang Dylan, moving the sponge in circles. Leti laughed as the sponge slid over her tummy. "It feels so silly." "Don't forget your legs and toes," Grandma Shar reminded. Leti lifted one leg out of the water. "I've got wiggly toes." Leo held up a little plastic cup. "And rinse, rinse, rinse." Water poured gently over Leti's head as she closed her eyes. "Ah, like rain. Bath time is the best time," Leti said, playing with a floating duck. Dylan nodded. "You're clean and you smell like flowers." After her bath, Grandma Shar wrapped Leti in a big fluffy towel. Leo and Dylan helped brush her hair and pick clean clothes. A fresh maroon dress with shiny gold buttons. "You look beautiful," said Grandma Shar, "and squeaky clean." Leti hugged her friends. "Thanks for the help. Now I'm ready for a brand new adventure." Leo smiled. Clean friends are happy friends. In the peaceful village, the sun rose over green hills and golden fields. Leo and Dylan were already outside, playing near the garden. Leo wore his red shirt, blue pants, and white shoes. Dylan, his new friend from town, wore a blue shirt and white pants. They smiled. Leo laughed as he ran in the grass. Dylan looked around in wonder. Everything in the village felt bright and beautiful. Suddenly, a cheerful little girl came skipping up the path. Her name was Leti. She had braided hair, sparkling blue eyes, and wore a maroon dress with gold stripes. Her smile was as bright as the morning sun. "Hi, I'm Leti. I came to visit Grandma Shar and Grandpa Bouquet." "Yay! Wanna play with us?" "Yes." "Can we play a color game?" "What's that?" Leti pointed to a row of flowers. "We find colors all around the village." "Look, yellow, like the sunflower." Leo smiled. "Yellow, like your dress." Dylan pointed to the ground. "Green, like the grass and Leo's eyes." They all laughed together. Leti twirled and giggled. "And purple like my shoes," she said. Her dress sparkled in the sunlight. They walked around the yard, finding colors everywhere. "Red, like Leo's shirt," Leti said. "Blue, like Dylan's shirt," added Leo. "Orange, like the big pumpkin." "And brown, like the chicken coop," said Dylan. Leti suddenly stopped and pointed to the sky. "Pink clouds!" she shouted. The sunset painted the sky with soft pinks and oranges. everyone stood quietly, smiling.
"Let's make a color circle," said Leti.
The children picked flowers, leaves, and tiny treasures. They laid them in a big rainbow on the ground. It was messy, but so beautiful. Just then, Grandma Shar came outside. "Wow, what a colorful surprise," she said. Leti smiled proudly. "We learned so many colors today." "Red, blue, yellow, green," Leo and Dylan cheered. Grandpa BK took a photo of the friends with their rainbow. As the sun set and stars twinkled above, the three friends sat together. Leti whispered, "Today was full of colors and friends." Leo nodded. "Best color day ever." In a quiet green village, there lived a cheerful little boy named Leo. He was 3 years old, with black hair, big green eyes, a red shirt, blue pants, and shiny white shoes. Leo lived with his loving grandparents, and he always smiled when it was time to feed his animal friends. Leo wasn't like other kids. His best friends were animals. He loved spending time with the sheep, goats, ducks, and clucking hens. Leo would laugh and run, feeding them fresh green grass and cool water every morning and evening. One sunny afternoon, a new friend arrived from the town. His name was Dylan. He was also 3, with black hair, big blue eyes, a blue shirt, white pants, and black shoes. Dylan had never been to a farm before. Everything felt new and exciting. Leo ran to greet Dylan. "Hi, I'm Leo. Want to help me feed my animal friends?" Dylan smiled shyly. "Okay, but I don't know how." "That's okay," said Leo. "I'll show you." The 2 boys went to the yard and picked soft green grass with their little hands. Leo showed Dylan just what to do. "Hold out your hand like this," Leo said. A goat gently nibbled the grass from Dylan's palm. He giggled as its nose tickled his fingers. Then, they poured fresh water into bowls. A playful duck splashed all around, and both boys laughed out loud. Leo tiptoed into the hen house and waved to Dylan. "Be quiet," Leo whispered. "We're collecting eggs." Their tiny hands struggled to hold the warm, round eggs. But their hearts were full of joy. Carefully, they placed the eggs into a little basket. Just then, Grandpa and Grandma came over smiling.
"It's time to lock the animals in,"
Grandpa said kindly. Grandpa guided the sheep into their pen. Grandma gently closed the gates behind the ducks and hens. Leo and Dylan watched, happy and proud. As the golden sun set, Leo and Dylan stood side by side. Dylan looked up at Leo and beamed.
"This was the best day ever!"
Leo nodded and said, "Feeding time is fun, especially with a friend." In a quiet village nestled between green hills lived a cheerful 3-year-old girl named Leti. She had black hair, big green eyes, a smiling face, and wore a green sweater, black pants, and white shoes. Leti lived with her grandfather and grandmother in a cozy mud brick house, surrounded by fields and trees. Leti's favorite part of the day was spending time with her animals. The sheep, ducks, and hens weren't just animals to her. They were her best friends. She laughed joyfully as she scattered grain beside the pond. The ducks waddling up to greet her. She gave each of them special names. The hen that laid the most eggs? Leti called her Mama Hen. Every morning she collected warm eggs from the hen house, handling them like tiny treasures. The fluffiest sheep was named Mimi. Leti loved kneeling beside her with a bundle of fresh green grass. Mimi would munch happily, while Leti smiled with pride. The loudest and funniest duck was called Quacky. Leti loved chasing him around the yard, her white shoes skipping across the path, arms stretched out in glee. But it was the evening chores that Leti loved the most. As the sky turned orange and pink, she helped Grandma lock the animal cages, her little hands doing their very best. "Careful now," Grandma would say gently. Leti cupped the eggs with care, her big green eyes full of focus. "You're doing a good job, my little helper," Grandma smiled. While Grandpa opened the gates, Leti stood tall and called, "Time to sleep, everyone." To her delight, the ducks, sheep, and hens listened and slowly made their way inside. Before going inside, Leti gave Mimi a big, warm hug. The sky behind them glowed with the colors of sunset. She had cared for each of her animal friends, and her heart was full. By the time stars twinkled above, Leti sat barefoot between her grandparents on the porch. Tired, but glowing with joy, she smiled up at the sky. She knew she was needed and loved.